First off, have your fangs ready. I recommend these. It takes about 30 minutes. Secondly, go ahead and have on your outfit, especially if it is high collar, because you don't want to mess it up pulling something over your head. Third, if you don't want to fool with hair, a wig is always a fast, easy option. And then your first makeup step is going ahead and taking a very light foundation base. I recommend foundation over like a white, clown-like makeup base, because the foundation is going to look more natural. Take a very pale color. I have the lightest shade in the Estee Lauder Double Wear line, and spread that all over your face. Don't forget the ears, and don't forget your neck as well. Alright, I take my regular daily concealer, which is the Lancome Effervescence, and I highlight underneath my eyes, along both sides of my jawline, my chin, my forehead, and the bridge of my nose. Now, I'm not an expert highlighter / contour, so I'm just not going to get too detailed about it. But you basically want to hit the high points of your face. As a vampire, your face is a little more angular, and so this helps achieve that look. Alright, I use that first layer of concealer almost as like a base, and now I'm going over that with a more heavy-duty concealer, to be specific, the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, in a much brighter, whiter color, just to make those highlighted areas pop more. I'm using my current translucent mattifying powder, the Balm Sexy Mama No Shine Powder, to set everything, and don't forget to do your neck and ears. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is take this flat top, kind of angular, I believe this is a BH Cosmetics, or it might be a Coastal Scents brush. Whoever makes the Revealed palette, it's by them. And I'm going to use this medium brown shade. And I'm not going to get too detailed about the contouring because I don't think of myself as an expert at it. But I'm basically going to use my concealer highlighting points as a guide. And I'm going to go ahead and contour from my brows all the way down to the tip of my nose, drawing a pretty harsh line and then blending it out. Alright, and now I'm taking my favorite highlighter of all time, the Balm Mary Luminizer, and I'm just going to use my finger to apply it to the bridge of my nose. To kind of clean up the darkened areas, I'm going to go over the dark sides of my nose with my regular everyday foundation, which is the Maybelline Stay Matte, Fit Me Stay Matte. Just because I don't want to go to town with dark shadow on the sides of my nose, and I just want to clean up the edges by darkening it with a more natural tone. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is use my everyday brow pencil, which is by e.l.f., and it's in taupe, to fill in my brows. Now, the one thing I would do differently if I could redo this look is I would have made a more dramatic, defined brow, even though I had bangs covering them most of the time. I would have definitely filled in a matching black pencil to go with my wig. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm pretty fixated on a movie. But now I take a crease brush and I take a black shadow and pack it onto my lid. I didn't film me adding black shadow to the top of my contour on the bridge of my nose and the inside of my eye socket, but I did do that. And then I'm going to take my really old Lancome brush and start blending out those edges. Alright, I take another eyeshadow brush and this darker brown shade from my Morphe palette, the Morphe matte palette, and I'm going to draw the bottom of my cheekbone to start doing the dark contour on my cheeks. And then I'm going to take that brush and blend downward. And then I take my bronzer by Urban Decay and a big powder brush by Real Techniques and start blending that bronzer over that shadow line and downward without overlapping my highlighted jaw. I also bronze the sides of my forehead. I recommend that, especially if you are not wearing a hairstyle with bangs. And then I take my trusty blending brush and some black shadow and start darkening the inner corner of my eye even more and start blending that outward. I am taking my rounded, I call it my rounded liner brush, and I've taken more black shadow and I am lining the bottom of my eyes with it. I'm taking that red again from that Morphe palette and that rounded brush I was just using, and I'm going to trace the bottom of my eye line with it over the black shadow. And now I'm taking just a random powder brush and I'm going over all my highlighted areas like my under eye, my forehead, my chin, my jawline with my highlighter. Now I'm taking that blending brush and using that red again, going over the outside corners of my smoky eye above the crease. Next, I pop in my special effects contacts. Now, if you have more sensitive eyes where you might tear up a lot, I recommend you put them in before you do the heavy duty eye makeup. In case it's not that big of a problem, I'm about to go over where the moisture is with just powder to dry it up. Now, I decided that the red was a little too bright and not cool enough, so I'm going to do this ombre effect with the dark purplish black. Now, I really like this vampire blood simply because it dries in place after it runs, so there's no mess. And that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very dramatic Glam Vamp that I like to call. Everything I used to be linked down below, and I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time.